Welcome back to my conversation with Frankie Scinta from his home in Las Vegas. You have not stopped performing. You are not just sitting there doing nothing in Vegas by the pool, sipping, drinks, whatever. You are still.
And I do.
You're still being active. Tell me about that.
Yes. My daughter Danielle and my son Frankie, and even my daughter Maria, she's in Buffalo, and she cuts hair, but she can't do it right now because she's a cosmetologist. And she's like, my daughter Maria is like me. She's chomping at the bit to get back to work. That's a kid that loves her job. And they did what everybody's doing. These entertainers are doing a live, and they're good. But if you do yours, it'll be really good. And I go, not really. I don't even know what I would do. And I really don't. Every night that I get on, every Saturday, I have no idea. Like, my kids will go, "What are you going to do tonight?" And I go, "I have no idea." I did it the first night, and I had it was over 10,000 views. And every Saturday since then, I've had over 7,000 views and over 2,000 comments. It has blown me away that people from all over the country and around the world, I mean, Australia, New Zealand, Italy, Germany. I can't believe, because I think of myself as absolutely nobody. Just a man who loves and lives what he does. So many people get on there and they try so hard. I feel bad for them because they got this lighting and they got explosions. And, I'm actually kind of stupid on there. And I think that's maybe what people like. They go, wow, this guy's a jerk. But you know what I love about it? It's making people smile. And it even makes me cry sometimes because I get like this all the time. When you can fill somebody's heart in a time of turmoil, that fills my life.
Well,
really
that's Buffalo. That's Buffalo. That is absolutely you coming from this area, because the people in Buffalo, that's the way we're raised. And living in an area like Buffalo, and you kind of said it earlier, when the weather is bad and you've got very little going on, you kind of develop a certain amount of character. You have to be able to be creative, and you have to be giving, and you have to get along with people, and it's a kind of one great big family because you're all in it together. And here in Buffalo, we're all in it together. And
you are.
Your attitude, you took it to Las Vegas. You can take people out of Buffalo, but you can't take Buffalo out of the people, right? That's the old saying, and
absolutely, man.
That's exactly what you're demonstrating right now.
Buffalo, I remember during the blizzards and bad snowstorms, Buffalo's the kind of city where you're broke down in a blizzard, somebody, more than one person, will stop and help you get started going. And it doesn't matter what color you are, what you're wearing, who you like, whether you like this guy on that side or that. Buffalo is an incredible place to be from. It really is. Yep. And I thank God that's where I'm from. You are right, Phil. That is why, probably, in my upbringing, and that's where my dad is from. So it must be part of what was built in us coming from that great city. I really, truly love Buffalo. I always will. It'll always be home. And I do this Saturday night thing, and I do it from the deepest part of my heart. I never did it. And people are saying, why don't you put up a donation thing? All the people that do it put up I could certainly use the money, but guess what? I refuse to do that. Yeah. I do it. My donation is just giving. That's it. Well, that's all I want. I go on every Saturday night, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. your time. Because if I don't say that, some Italian with broken English, Frankie, when do you go on? I go on at 6 p.m. Yeah, but what time is it there over here? And OVE is one word, OVE, OVE. That's 9 p.m. Buffalo time. My daughter, Danielle, is absolutely hysterical. Look her up on Instagram, Danielle Mackin, Mrs. Mackin it is, Mackin. She makes me laugh. She is my Ed McMahon, if you will. She gets on camera only sometimes, kind of like Ed McMahon, but from the background, she is absolutely my heart and soul of the whole show. My son throws in his comments, my son Frankie.
I have this kind of rookie who's trying to break into the business. He thinks he's a singer, and I think he's a newcomer. He needs a few tips, and you might be able to kind of coach him through these early stages of his career. You think you might be up for that?
Anytime. I'd always be glad to help somebody up and coming in the business.
The current circumstances is kind of giving a boost to his career.
Wow.
We'll see where it goes, though. I mean, he might have a future. We'll see.
Well, let me know. I'd be glad to help out anytime. So, Russell, I hear, I know you got the best food in all of not only Western New York, probably in the US of A. And I think my last wish when I die is to have a steak from Russell's.
Well, thank you, Frank.
Oh, my God.
You're welcome. Anytime, I'll be glad to cook one for you.
Oh, that's one thing I miss about home is coming to your place. You walk in and there you are, dressed to the nines. Since I was a kid, I remember always, I think you wake up in a suit.
Quite often I'm in there, but I don't go to sleep with one on, And I like dressing up, it makes you feel good in the morning.
Absolutely. In Italian, we say pulito, you always dressed like a gentleman. And you are a gentleman. Western New York loves you. I've seen you now singing a little bit. Now, I didn't mind that you got all the publicity, the commercials, and, I'm watching you, and, there was a time I was pretty famous back in Buffalo, and now you've taken quite a bit of the light away from me on TV back there. But the singing thing, I thought maybe I could just give you a couple pointers.
You can give me a lot of pointers, that's for sure. I only sing about 4 or 5 lines, I got it on printed in front of me. I don't know none of the songs, but I started doing it, and now all of a sudden everybody goes, Russ, you're making us happy.
That's the point. You're making people happy.
But I started singing a few songs in the morning and get a lot of people laughing and everything like that. And I don't know where I got the coglions to do it, for God's sakes.
If you're not Italian, that means the big guts to do it.
That's right. And how are you doing? You're off right now, right?
Oh, my God, am I off? Are you kidding me? Every entertainer in Vegas is like, we're standing on corners with signs made of cardboard. No, I don't know when we're going to go back to work. I don't know if there's going to be entertainment here, maybe till Christmas. I don't even know. And what's it going to look like? They're going to put people 6 feet apart? Is the room going to be maybe 10 capacity? I mean, you know me, Russ. I performed to 10 people. Remember the old days at the Executive?
Definitely. There were more than 10 there, man.
No, it was always packed. But if it was 1 a.m. and Jimmy, there were 10 people and they were friends of Jimmy's, Jimmy would go, do another show. We'd do another show.
4 o'clock was nothing for us to stay up at those days.
Those were the days.
I'm in bed at 9:30 every night now. I can't believe it.
I don't know if you heard, we opened a restaurant here in Vegas, my wife and I.
No, I didn't hear.
Yeah, it's my house. my 6 grandbabies, my 2 children, their spouses. So I'm cooking for 10, 12 people every night. Well, my wife is. I just sit on the couch and wait for it to get ready. And my wife is one incredible cook. She learned from my father, who used to cook for the Buffalo Fire Department. So my dad was a hell of a cook. I want to hear you sing. I hear you, I hear you through YouTube and, I want to hear you live. And I even have my guitar here, just in case I could follow you and give you a couple tips.
All righty, I got something in front of me. Let's do Sinatra song. Someday.
Go, sure.
All right. Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight.
Now that's very good, but you got to pay attention to the music you're singing with. Now you're going a little ahead of the music. You got to listen to the track you're singing with, because there's chords that go along with each word you're singing.
Okay,
so let me see. Someday when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold. See, each chord goes with each phrase.
All right, let's do a duo.
All right, here we go. Someday when I'm awfully low,
when I'm awfully low,
when the world is cold,
when the world is cold,
I will feel the glow.
I will feel a glow.
Just thinking of you.
Just thinking of you.
You're right on, baby. And the way you look tonight. Russell, you got it, baby. You got it. I'll tell you what we're going to do. When I come to Buffalo, I'm going to come to your place. You're going to have a piano in there, 2 microphones, and we're going to do a live duet together. In fact, we're going to have a night with Frankie and Russell.
And WBBZ will put on TV the special coming up next week, the Scinta and Salvatore show.
The double S. Thank you, WBBZ. Thank you, Russ. I love you.
Okay, God bless you, and let's hope that this thing is over within a couple of months.
Okay, Frankie, we're just about out of time for this show, but rather than just sign off right now, I think we're going to end the show with a video that you sent us, a music video, and I want you to tell us a little bit about this video, introduce it, and we'll end the show with that.
You know, when we're not in a conundrum like we are right now, I'm traveling with my big band and my guys, and I'm also traveling with around the country with full symphony orchestras. And I thought I would send you this little piece. It's a short little piece of me singing. One of my favorite guys actually sang with us here in Vegas, one of my Lou Rawls songs. And I sent you this little piece.
Wow, wonderful. Very good.
Thank you all.
Okay, we'll take a look at that right now. And thanks again, Frankie, for being my guest.
Thank you, Phil. I love you all, and hope to be there soon. You'll never find as long as you live someone who loves you like I do. You'll never find the rhythm, the rhyme, all the magic we shared, just us 3. Whoa, I don't wish you no bad luck, baby, but I know somehow, someday, some way, you're gonna miss my loving. You're gonna miss my loving. When it's cold outside, you're gonna miss, you're gonna